All right, voters are heading to the polls tomorrow in several states, including Wisconsin, where a Democratic Socialist candidate for governor has people on both sides of the aisle taking notice. State Rep Francesca Hong is the current frontrunner for Wisconsin's top office. Her populist campaign has been gaining serious momentum in recent weeks, and she's drawing comparisons to other Democratic socialists who've been scoring victories across the country. CBS News congressional reporter Taurean Small is joining us from Milwaukee this morning to talk more about this. All right, so Taurean, bring us up to speed on the state of this race before tomorrow's vote.
Yeah, this is really a curious one, and I think a lot of Democrats statewide are looking at this as a potential loss, considering that there has been a Democrat for the past 2 cycles to hold on to this purple state, even though the legislature has trended red for some time. I got to point out, though, in this Democratic primary, just over the past couple of months, there's been some significant shakeups that has been stunning for voters, including the fact that the current Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez dropped out of the race. A previously suspended campaign, and David Crowley, the Milwaukee County executive, then re-entered the race, saying that he would potentially have a chance to pick up some of her supporters, and he received the backing from the current governor, Tony Evers. But also at the top of the ticket, though, we're seeing, or at the top of the race, we're seeing now a front-runner emerging in Francesca Hong, as you pointed out, a Democratic Socialist candidate who's had some trouble distancing herself from that national chapter and some of their beliefs. She says that she is more closely connected with the Madison chapter, which is her home community, but ultimately, though, has had to make the case to the wider electorate. If she were to pick up the nomination tomorrow, she would have to then appeal to voters who are looking at her and potentially saying she's probably too left.
And she's really been compared to Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, his victory in Michigan. Bernie Sanders was on Face the Nation talking about this. Tell us a bit about this comparison, and we want to play that sound for you first.
He's right. One in which your overlords are 2 people who don't like each other but joint in the interest of making billions of dollars off of you, or 2 people who genuinely love each other, enjoyed some pancakes together, want to come together to build the kind of America where they can raise a family and know that that family is going to have the good things. So yes, you've got 2 different visions of America. Donald Trump's vision is the one you're living in right now. Can you afford your gas? Can you afford your groceries? Do you believe, when you look your kids in the eye, that they're going to have a better future than you did?
So just to correct what we were saying, that was, of course, Dr. El-Sayed, who was speaking on CNN, not Bernie Sanders on Face the Nation. And he was referring to a photograph President Trump posted on X comparing him and Melania with Dr. El-Sayed and his wife there. What's been the reaction to that?
Yeah, I think it's a message, or at least a strategy, to shift this race to messaging, especially around the issues that has really been a through line as of now. I spoke with some folks at the Democratic Governors Association who said that they are willing to invest in this race because they believe every candidate, no matter who takes the nomination, would be in a position to beat Tom Tiffany, the presumptive Republican nominee who's currently a member of Congress, also a member of the House Freedom Caucus. But I got to point out, though, so far we've seen Tom Tiffany, by and large, outrace every Democratic hopeful in this race so far. He's recently banked about $8 million that dwarfs everyone else in this race by tenfold.
All right, Taurean, thank you very much. Appreciate it.